Back to the NBA. Knicks are set to face the Hawks. Since Jalen Brunson's first postseason with the Knicks in 2023, New York has won a postseason series in each of the last 3 years. Brunson has averaged almost 30 points per game in the postseason since joining the Knicks. Kenny the Jet Smith back here with us, so let's stay with Jalen Brunson. Can Brunson be the best player on a championship team, Kenny?
Yes. He's proven that he's a winner. The funny thing, I used to watch him play when he was in high school and on the AAU circuit. And I used to like, man, can he do those moves and get away with that in college? Goes to college, goes to Villanova, wins a national championship. I'm like, can he get away with that type of basketball in the NBA? So every time that I thought about it, he's always delivered. So 100%, he can be that player.
Yeah, I think Kenny, and great to talk to you again. I think he's going to be the two guy. Look at the teams right now who have chances to win championships. So just in postseason, play very good teams. He's not as good as Doncic with the Lakers. He's not as good as Jokic with Denver. He's not as good as Wembanyama. He's not as good as Brown. He's not as good as Tatum. I'm not even sure if he's better than Cunningham. He's certainly not better than SGA. So if you look at the players that are threats to win championships, these are all number ones. He's not as good as Anthony Edwards. He's not as good as...
So I have a question when you say not as good as. Because in the playoffs, to me, I wouldn't say, yes, maybe he's not as good as. But is he as impactful?
Well, defensively, too. He gets killed defensively. Are we going to throw the defense in, too? Gets caught in those pick and rolls. He gets destroyed all the time. He's not a great defensive player. No, it's Doncic. I understand that. But my point is, look at the 1As on all these teams. Plus SGA, I didn't even mention him. And he's the Knick 1A. That makes it difficult in my eyes for them to go out there and win a championship if he is their best player and their number one guy. He's great. But to win a title, you got to be pretty close to an immortal. You got to be a phenomenal player. I'm not sure if he's on that level. Steve?
Two things could be true. Kenny could be absolutely right with what he's saying in terms of Jalen Brunson has consistently answered the call on the collegiate level, on the pro level. Matter of fact, people forget that when Dallas went to the conference finals years ago, it was him that carried them there. Luka got hurt, and it was him that carried them. If you remember, when they got to the conference finals and they had lost to Phoenix the year that Phoenix went to the finals, we forget that. This is when he was a reserve, when he was looking to get paid, and you know what? Dallas was hesitant to give him $50+ million. Well, look at that, how that panned out, okay? So we know that was wrong. But the point that I'm trying to make is this. Kenny, here's where I would side with Doggy. It's not so much that he's not good enough. It's not so much that he's not impactful. I don't agree there. But I do look at size as playing a role as the playoffs continue to progress. When you look at some of the stars, you look at a Jalen Brown, a legit 6'7", Shai Gilgeous, a legit 6'7", Luka Doncic, 6'7", but 250 pounds. You look at LeBron, of course. Steph Curry is just a different breed because he can shoot from anywhere, and he's sending people to the infirmary to get oxygen because they're chasing him around all the damn time. You got all of that going on. And then you see the Jokic's of the world, the Victor Wembanyama's of the world. You look at guys like that. You look at a Jason Tatum, who's a legit 6'9", and stuff like that. I do believe that size comes into play, the size and the athleticism and ability, the Kevin Durant's of the world, stuff like that. As the playoffs continue to wane and you go deeper and deeper, I do think that as great as Brunson is, he even has shown us he needs a little bit more help. And that's why I would say the answer to this question is, you know what, when you talk about a championship caliber team, meaning competing for a championship, yeah, he could help you get there. But to get over the hump, I think that you need somebody bigger and just as great. It's basically his size that I'm holding against him more than anything else, Kenny.
Well, I would put it in this direction. I would say if I was a New York Knicks, I would show the Detroit Pistons when they had Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, and tell Cat, you have to be Rasheed Wallace. And that's the type of team that's going to have to win this championship. We aren't a championship where one guy particularly can do it all the time. But in contrary, just as an individual, if there's 10 seconds to go and you named all of those great players, and you said Jalen Brunson has the ball as well, I'm feeling super confident he's going to get his shot off and get us into what we need without question, regardless of his size.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with that.
I know we're talking championship here, but what the Knicks were before Jalen Brunson arrived were so inconsistent. He is
No, it's called garbage.
Yeah, they were garbage. Okay,
They were garbage.
Completely transformed that team.
They were garbage.
That you can't even see.
We are very grateful.
All right, go ahead.
We're very grateful to him. Hold on. We're very grateful to Jalen Brunson. But, Kenny, with you on the air, I feel obligated to make sure I bring this up. What I did hold against him, I know he wasn't the one in the room when Leon Rose made that deal. But you can't let that man give up 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. You 4 first-round picks up there. You just can't do that. I mean, so you got to sit there and say, Leon Rose, I love my brother. We won a title at Villanova together. I love him. I want him here. But you can't do that. You got to stop that. That's all I'm saying. That's the only thing I hold against Jalen Brunson as a Knick. I hold nothing else against him. Everything else I'm very grateful and very thankful for. And I like Mikal Bridges. $150 million, he's worth it. But 4 first-round picks, 6 overall, when you consider the swaps for a non-All-Star, you cannot let your organization make that decision when you are the face of the franchise, which Jalen Brunson is. That's my only knock against him. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Kenny's silence makes me seem like he's like, man, that's kind of a good
No,
It's uncontrollable. It's like, Steven, you don't control the gifts you get for Christmas sometime, man. Like, he can't control every part of the franchise. Like, that's a Leon Rose call. That is not a Jalen Brunson with 10 seconds to go call. Like, you open your gifts at Christmas, and sometimes you can look at them and you go, man, I got too much or I didn't get enough.
All right. Coming up here, Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Don't miss what we think is at stake for KD in this series and in these playoffs. That's next.
I'm in a hotel. I'm in Miami.
Lucky you.
Out here looking at houses and stuff. So I'm in a hotel.
We love real estate conversation. You know what? Let's just talk real estate. You know what? It's actually perfect that you're in Miami. You know exactly what's coming first. Is the way that the season ended for the Heat and the controversy and Bam and LaMelo. First of all, your take on just sort of how all of that went down.
I actually watched that game. It was a good game. I think that was a bad, unfortunate play with LaMelo. I don't know what to really say. I don't think it was intentional trying to hurt him, but it was definitely an intentional play that took a bad fall, and that definitely changed the outcome of the game. So that was a big play right there, changed the moment of the game. And, you know, when your best player go down, your best defensive player at that, it changes your whole team, your whole momentum of the game. So I think that's just what was able to take over for Charlotte at the end.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's been a lot of conversation since then about, you know, Secaucus and should there be a way to review this and should he be ejected from that game? Now we know he's been fined, but no suspension. I don't know. I'm sure Miami Heat fans want a lot more punishment for LaMelo, but what do you think should have happened?
I like the punishment. It happened in the game. They missed it as far as like throwing him out and giving him a fake flagrant foul and all that. So just have to review. I can accept the fine. It's over and done with now, so it happened.
And by the way, half the fine was just because he cursed in the post-game interview. It had nothing to do. Maybe if it was a series, I wonder if it was like a series against the Heat, I wonder if he'd be suspended in the second game. Because it doesn't help them. It just only helps the Magic now. Like 100%. That doesn't make sense to suspend him. But Rio, I want to ask you this: like, does making the play-in 4 years in a row, like, what does that do for Spoelstra's legacy? What do the Heat need to do to kind of get out of this situation they've been in now for 4 straight years?
It's tough. It's the way the NBA is right now. You know, for us, we never had a play-in game. We never even thought about a play-in game. So for them to be in the play-in game for the last 4 years, basically saying that they're a mediocre team when it comes mediocre playoff team when it comes to them. To help them out, I just think they need another star, more star power around there, and figure out their actual rotation and, you know, who's going to be in the starting lineup, who's not, trying to figure out the Tyler Hero and Norman Powell situation. They got good pieces. They just got to figure out how to put it all together. And I've always said this for years. I think they need no discredit to Davion Mitchell. I just think they need a bigger, more star power point guard to bring more hype to them.
Yeah, and obviously Bam is one of those stars, and he's expressed his frustration, with going to the play-in so many years in a row. Like, who does that fall? Is that Pat Riley not getting the right pieces? Is that Spo? Is that just the play? Is it health? Like, what is like the main reason why they kind of can't get over that hump? Is it the point guard situation? Like
South Beach. Like that's the thing to me. Like everybody used to want to come to South Beach, and now it's kind of like nobody really wants to come to South Beach. In my opinion, I think they're scared of the work. Not scared of the work, but they don't want to put in that type of work to be in the Miami Heat organization and, the Heat culture and everything that comes with it. I think Pat might have to let go of the reins a little bit and open up the reins and let people actually beat them and play.
Yeah, speaking of Pat, obviously he's a legend, Hall of Fame guy. You said that he used to have people watching you when you would go out. So, like, what does that mean? Like when you would go out, like to the clubs, to the bars, like he would have like little like narcs following you? Like how's that work?
Nah, nobody's following you. They're already in there. They're already partying themselves. So it's kind of like it's Pat Riley. So anytime you get a chance to report to Pat Riley, you're going to report to Pat Riley. Like, I seen Mario Chalmers in the club. And then he'll ask questions.